So somebody said, this is why I struggle to get on board with these modern day feminists, because what exactly is the issue in making food for a man you are interested in? Take, but never give. Women give the shitty advice to other women. Do what you want in this life. They're going to call you a pick-me, sis, but I hear you. If you want to cook for someone you like, why wouldn't you?
Yo, the funny part about it is, right, I was sitting here thinking this today, and I'm like, I don't know who keeping women single more, married women or single women. And most of the time, a lot of the single women automatically get the flack because they single. It's like, of course you keeping her single. Like, you have no good advice to get this person. But I've been reading a lot of different, and I don't even read stuff online, but I've been seeing lots, even in our own comments, I'm like, there's a lot of married women telling women not to do married shit. And it's like, yo, you giving advice from inside the house. This woman is metaphorically speaking homeless. She don't have a man. So you telling her maybe things that you probably would have did differently or wouldn't do again, but you also stopping her from doing it the first time to even get to the predicament that you in. And I don't understand. Like, it's like, bro, I was like, that's like, men do it too, right? They'll tell a young boy, yo, don't catch a case, don't get a baby mom. But bro, you only know these things because, and this again, we're not promoting catching cases. We're not promoting having sex to have baby moms. We saying that the wisdom that you're kicking is only applicable because you have the experience to back it. So by you telling somebody who prematurely not to do certain things because of what your experience was, you prevent them from being able to have a good experience. Leaning back to the women telling women, yo, you shouldn't do that. The Bible say do that for your husband. A woman literally said, I'm not listening to nobody that's not my husband. I've been married for 8 years. Well, you shouldn't be listening to nobody that's not your husband because you've been married for 8 years. But before y'all was married, I'm pretty sure it was some sense of agreement in order for him to marry you. Because I don't think this man was going to say, I'm going to marry this woman who doesn't listen to me to get her to listen to me, because that don't make sense. That's like chasing your tail around. Why the fuck would I do that? And I think that's why, you know, we just don't, as a man, just disregard any advice that's coming in that type of capacity when it's like, submission is not an option. It's not an option. And the way you make submission not an option is you don't make it a conversation. You show up as a man and you be a man, and they're going to fall in line. It's inevitable. But yeah, I really was, so I want to know your thoughts on that because, I feel like we talk about a lot of single women keeping women single, but I think married women are keeping them single too by sharing their experiences. Oh, girl, I would never get married. Like, it's like y'all are in predicaments y'all don't want to be in, and y'all kind of pissing in the pool too. Like, you making motherfuckers feel like, what's the point?
Right.
And it's like, one thing I'll say about the married men that I know, I've never heard I've never heard y'all complain about it as if it's not worth it. I think it's just regular marriage complaints. Like, but it's never been a thing where you gonna tell me, no, if you could not do it, bro, don't do that shit. You just like, yo, this will come with it. This is the person I'm going through it with. But on the other side, y'all receiving advice from women that's telling y'all what not to do in predicaments that y'all want to be in, and they serving in these positions and probably don't want to be there. And you know what they always say, you know, married people want to be single, single people want to be married. So it's like, I gotta find out what your temperament is to marry. Like, if you ain't preaching, you know, one entity, you know, the Trinity and the bond and everything, and being what's the braid that they create? Like, if you're not preaching that, I don't want to hear it, because you 9 times out of 10 keeping these women single too.
Yeah, I've never thought about that before, so that's definitely very fascinating. And if you remember when I got married, I was actually
nobody remember because nobody was there.
That's fair. Okay, so Queen remembers. Yes,
I'm the dad.
So when I got married, as I recall, I actually was surprised because I didn't have no expectation about this particular thing, but I was surprised at how many people, including men, were really genuinely happy about it and like really was like it was a big deal.
Bro, your fucking favorite rapper. Second favorite.
Neither, but I respect him.
No, he was our homie favorite.
Yeah,
but he was happy for
and that's what I tell people that all the time. Like, we can't, you know,
that nigga was genuinely happy.
Yeah, and of all people who brand, you know, some people brand his marriage, like that's their bag. Like, you know, his brand is.
To say what it is, it don't matter.
Jadakiss, we ran across Jadakiss randomly one night in
so
Miami.
Happy for Q.
Yeah. Now, if we ran across fucking Russell Wilson or something, all right, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
it's on brand.
Right, like Jadakiss.
Yeah,
bro, like. This congrats, man.
It went from like, yeah, you know what's up, we out here for a show, to I was like, yeah, we out here for my homie bachelor party. Who getting married? Him. You getting married?
Yeah.
Yo, dog. He had to give him 20, 30 minutes of raw advice on how to stay together. That was dope.
And that probably started from that moment. Because that probably was like an eye-opening experience. Yeah. Like, so then when we were on the honeymoon, everybody we came across, a lot of all married people, basically, everybody's like, that's amazing. That's right. You know, cause it can go a few ways. Some people can be like, some men are want to be like, oh yeah, marriage is tough, man. It's them tough years, you know, shit like that. Or it could be like, who gives a fuck? Y'all just got married. I knew it. It's always good in the beginning. But everybody's like, congrats. That's amazing. You know, stick it out. It's going to be good. And, you know, just a lot of dope energy and wisdom, whatever. But, and I'm saying, but in my subconscious, maybe because you're saying it's so normalized when we hear people just kind of putting smut on it. Because, again, like, relationships are hard. People go through shit, whatever. So I'm used to niggas, at least in my experience, niggas at least just halfway bidding about, wives are crazy. Wives don't fucking shut the fuck up. I gotta do this. I gotta go my man cave, whatever. So I am used to that. So to your point, that probably is in the water of people not wanting to do it because we all have heard somebody
100%.
being
pessimistic
about marriage.
Exactly.
Which is definitely interesting. Versus, like, you're right, the single people that aren't married, you ain't married. That's why you ain't married, this and that. But it's people that are married.
That's really pissing the water.
And my old head, he always told me.
Legitimately pissing the water.
Yeah, my old head always told me, he's like, now, to your point about why maybe someone who's married woman like that, men and women typically look at marriage differently. Of course, obviously. But one of the main things is, like, men look at marriage, oh no, now it's a journey. Now we're going. Women like, I'm married now. I did it.
Yeah.
So now
I got the ring.
Yeah, I got the ring. I did
I'm ready to retire.
I'm done. And that
Aaron Donald.
Right. So that attitude of symptoms can come out because you feel like you don't got nothing to work towards no more. Work for. You probably just, you know, where the husband's like, what?
We just getting started.
Yeah, like he would never probably be in somebody's comments talking like that, or the average husband would be like, yeah,